It's time for
Dub, 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 dub.
Double Deuce Drums.
Hey, I'm Chadwick, Double Deuce Drums, and this is what I put together for the past few months. This first thing that I did back in, I guess it was April, was get a Zikit or Zikit and put this into an aluminum snare drum that I had from Pearl, a Sensitone one. It mounts right underneath the rim. It's a pretty neat concept to change the drum sound automatically and quickly. This is a lever. It's right under the rim. Well designed. Oh, I just felt it change. It has the 10 setting to the right, 12 setting to this left, straight. That's three really different snare drums. After putting this on with a white head, I decided to go back and put a clear head on the snare drum to make sure I could see what this looked like in the cameras, because you needed to kind of see what this thing was. It was hidden. It needed to kind of show what it was. So I put it on there, and it worked really well for a lot of my videos when I was recording a ton of songs in a row that had to have different snare drums, and I didn't have time between songs to change snare drums. Silent trigger cymbals. This is an idea I have because of wanting to go live. I want to be able to talk and play, be able to react and work with people live. I started coming up with the idea to build my own electric kit again, but the cymbals were the problem. The plastic and rubber cymbals don't look real, so I started coming up with the ways to make my own cymbals. So I ordered a set of inexpensive, just $120 cymbals off Amazon for these things, but it's all the right sizes: 14 hats, 16 crash, 18 crash, and 20-inch rod. Think about it looking real. I decided to make it like a color sound and paint it. So I decided to go red like a pasty color sound and sketched out those little stencils in vinyl, cut them all out by hand, and spray painted them, and turned all those cymbals into version of pasty e-cymbals, or what I thought would be a good idea. Oh, the rubber edging is what made this work. I started looking at what people had tried doing this in different things on YouTube. The rubber edging is what absolutely kills the vibration and sound, and when you hit it, it swings back and forth and rocks just like a cymbal, so it kind of messes with your eyes. I've done a few covers with these, not really talking about it very much because I want it to fool my eye, and it has to work. I'm getting closer. The drum triggering, I'm building new stuff and coming up with different ideas, but these were the Simmons lay-on triggers. They're made out of plywood, felt, rubber, and a piezo transducer under this massive head. Lays on your drums and stays really solid as you play. The little wires from these triggers that I got on Amazon, the wire is tiny and swings freely with the cymbal when you hit it, so it looks really natural. Oh, I unpacked this original Double Deuce drum set that I made years ago, and I store these things. I've got videos on how I do this, like long-term storage of a bunch of kits that don't take up a lot of room, more than a kick drum space. But I put this kit together because I wanted to be able to use electronic kit in this room. I really want to be able to use it. I don't want to play live drums in this room anymore. The kick trigger. I got down to the kick trigger, and I kept working out different ways to make the kick triggers work. So I decided to take an old drum head and mount a head with a really thick piece of foam right to the head. Screw it through the rim and into a piece of wood that I've siliconed onto the back, so it's really solid, and it also flexes with the natural kick drum. This was a 10-inch. This was my first attempt at it, using a D drum trigger mounted to the head. It really worked, and it was dirt cheap. I redid it and did it with an 8-inch because it seemed to work better. I decided to go back and build my hybrid kit that I made a few years ago and come up with ideas to be able to make those mesh heads feel better. And I tried to come up with ways to put things under it, what could make the head feel more like a real acoustic drum head would give. The same kind of give, not bounce. I decided to bring this kit back together, and I started putting all the hardware back together for this, and I mounted the triggers on the inside using the L bracket from a Home Depot or Ace Hardware. The L bracket just holds it on with one screw from the lug, and then I have a piece of felt going up touching the head with the piezo underneath, and that's pretty much all my builds for April to July. Oh well, we'll catch you next time.
Double Deuce Drums out.